All right, folks, this is Gray here, and today we are going to go into part 2 of the Three Sisters garden over here to my right. And again, what we're going to be using for the beans, I think that the corn is looking good enough to, I gave the corn a good head start on the beans because I've noticed other folks that sometimes don't wait long enough. They have issues with the beans and it becomes problematic. So I think the corn is doing good. We're going to go ahead and take a close look up. We're going to be using, again, southern seed exposure. We're going to be using the Kentucky Greasy. These are pole beans. And awesome catalog, by the way. I don't know if you guys can grab theirs or whatnot, but great stuff in here. And like I said, the Cherokee, I don't even know why I said Kentucky, but Cherokee Greasy, funny enough, has a 98% germination rate. I'm going to get that on camera right there. Basically, we're going to sow these about a 1 inch deep. We're not going to go too crazy with the beans, just because I got beans over here and then I'll have beans over there. So I'm kind of going to break it up a little bit. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plant those. I'm going to show you how I plant those. That's going in this week. And then the following, we'll follow up with the Seminole pumpkins. And that'll complete our Three Sisters build out or vegetable garden in that over there. So let's kind of move on to that, see what I'm doing. And then we'll roll back to me and wrap this video up. You can see the corn, how it's starting to produce. Some of them are bigger than others. You can see that there. Male tassels are starting to come out of there. Or that's what I call them. We've had a few bugs that we're having to deal with. We're staying on top of them. So when it comes to the beans, what we're going to end up doing here is, like, let's say, so this is a big guy right here. I'm going to come in right here where the mulch is. Right about there, I'm going to dig down to where that dirt is. Kind of see that area right there. And then I'm going to go in 1 inch down. And I'm going to plant right in here. So that's where I'm going to drop my bean at. And I'm going to leave the mulch on it until it pops. And then I'll let it come through. Now this may or may not work. We're going to find out. Beans are pretty tough plants. But we're going to see, and then we're going to continue to do that throughout here. We're going to plant probably about 6 to 8 bean plants in here next to the larger corn. And hopefully that'll all work out. And of course, like I said, we're going to keep an eye on this and keep on doing videos. Next week we're doing the squash. The squash I'm probably going to do in more of the open spaces to start them. Over here, right there, and right there. I'm probably going to do 3 of the Seminole pumpkins inside this planter bed, along with, like I said, the 6 or 8 beans. And to kind of give you an idea, we've lost several of the corn plants there due to wind. As you can see down here, when they were smaller, I staked them so that they wouldn't bend over from the wind, and it worked very well. All in all, like I said, it's not too bad. I think we have either between 17 and 18 plants that have made it so far. If I could get at least 15 to produce corn, that would be awesome. All right, so let's get these beans in the ground. All right, so you can kind of see inside there, I'm doing 2 beans per hole with a 98% germination rate. I figure that's more than enough. And like I said, I'm kind of going near all the bigger plants. It's a windy day out here today. And then what all I'm gonna do is end up covering these guys up with some dirt. Like I said, they're gonna be about 1 inch deep. I'm not gonna go too deep, and I'm gonna water them in. And someone had asked me, like, are you gonna do the whole, the whole thing with the Three Sisters? Are you going to, video the entire thing? And yes, that's what I'm doing. It's hard to find a video where someone documents the entire process of the Three Sisters. So I figured, I haven't been able to find it, so I figured I would try it, right? But there we go. Like I said, we're gonna just kind of tap those in there. And I got a couple other one over here. You can see in there. You can kind of see where I put them at. And a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 beans that we are putting in the ground, and so on and so forth. And we'll see how that all works out. And like I said, next week we'll do the Seminole pumpkins, and hopefully it'll all work itself out. Regardless, we're going to continue. If we fail or if we succeed, I'm going to document this entire process with the Three Sisters planting. All right, folks, so like I said, this is a really quick video. I want to adhere to what I said about keeping the entire progress and recording the entire progress of the Three Sisters grow. Hopefully you guys will get some value out of it by the end of this thing. And here's how I look at it. Like I said, be it if we fail or if we succeed, no matter what happens, at least we can see the steps that I took, and then kind of, if we want to try it again next year, moving forward, we can see how, okay, well, this didn't work, let's try this, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of when I like doing these type of videos, and also experimenting, because that's what gardening is, folks. There's a rule to gardening, but there's also not other rules to gardening. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people have told me in the past, like, you can't do that, Gray. There's no way you can do that. And it worked. I've done it. So I like to break the rules of the gardening 101s, as they like to call it. But hopefully you guys will enjoy this whole progression from everything from seed, starting with the corn, the pole beans, and then to the Seminole pumpkins. And we're going to take it even a step further from there, because if everything works out and we harvest the beans and the corn and the Seminole pumpkins, I plan on taking some of those Seminole pumpkins and making a pumpkin pie, or not myself, but the wife will be, and we're going to be, harvesting the beans and making some sort of dish with that, as well as the corn. So I'm literally from seed to table is where we're going to go with this whole thing. So if you're new here and you just came across this video, I'll put a link up to where this all started at, if you want to watch the progression from where we're at from then until now. Plus I have an entire gardening playlist if you guys are interested in watching that. Other than that, if you did get any value out of this, I appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button. It's truly appreciated. And remember, folks, you are not alone. This is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll see you guys in a rebound. God bless.